Guys, come closer, please. Good morning, boys. Our learning today is they learn Nishmas Nachum Shimon ben Yitzchak Aryeh. His yahrzeit is tonight. Tonight, right? Tonight. We have a beautiful piece. You ever daven to have a new sefer in your life? You ever daven over it? It's very special to daven over it. Not that everything that you have you know, but sometimes we need itchaskut. You have to feel refreshed. Every year, on Parshas, like the end of Dvarim, I'm always like saying, Hashem, please give me one Parsha this year that'll be like a little bit chadash for me, feel new. It doesn't always happen. Once in a while it does. But this year I was really davening over at one of the Rebbes. I want one of the Rebbes, like just, when I look at it, when I look at the words, let me just feel that it's new, even if I've seen it before and even if I'm used to the language. So it's been happening this year with this Rebbe. We're learning from the Degel Maxane Efraim. The Degel Maxane Efraim, his name was Reb Moshe Chaim Efraim Sodlikov. Does that name ring a bell to anybody? Whoever was by the Baal Shem knows the Degel is buried right next to him. The Degel Maxane Efraim is the grandson of the Baal Shem Tov. He's the brother of Rabbi Nachman's mother. He's Fega's brother, Rabbi Nachman's uncle. Did you remember seeing him there in the Ohel? The Degel Maxane Efraim? Very small sefer. It's very difficult sefer. But what's beautiful is that there's this new, we have it in our Beis Midrash, they put it out in a new edition where the print, for some reason, the new print with the Marim Makolos makes it feel so much more accessible. So I opened up the first piece in Parshas Behar, the Degel Maxane Efraim. What a beautiful, this is just a heart-wrenching Torah because we're all loners. Like, yeah, we're friendly and we like each other, but I'm looking at each person in here. Each person's almost a bigger loner than the next. But we're going to see how it's not stam. There's something, only here we could talk like that, and it's like a mahmah, it's like a compliment. Yeah, I'm such a loner, you know. You're all not looking at the next person. This is like so funny. Everyone's glued at me right now, and I'm looking at each of you.
We're all loners.
You're all loners.
I was actually alone on a hilltop.
You're literally alone. You're mamish alone.
I'm such a loner, I'm subconscious of actually being attached to this
It's alone, right? I could bring in some non-loners and make it feel better. No, does everyone have text? Toby, you have? All right. David, you have, yeah? All right, so this is such beautiful, beautiful words. Really, a Torah that it's like, these are the kind of Torah that you could really live off for many, many years. Ki gerim v'toshavim atem imadi. It says in the Parsha. You are gerim v'toshavim. You are, anyone's perfect time. כי גרים ותושבים אתם עמדי. יש לומר בזה בדרך רמז, להבין זה על פי מה ששמעתי מחכם אחד. We're going to try to understand, when Hashem tells us, you are like gerim v'toshavim, we're going to try to understand it based on what I once heard from one chacham one day. Al pasuk, ger anochi ba'aretz, David HaMelech says in Tehillim, ger anochi ba'aretz, I'm a ger in this land, al taster mimeni mitzvasecha. Don't hide from me your mitzvahs. Look what he says here. B'degel Machne Efraim. Ki yadua min echut teva ha'olam. It's known by the quality of the nature of the world. It's I never heard that phrasing. Echut teva ha'olam. The quality of the nature of the world. Ki mishu ger, whoever is like a convert, ein lo imi ledabek ulekarev atzmo. He has no one to cling to and to come close to on the level of what? Ulesaper lo kol me'orotav v'chol libo.
Shlomo, can we translate ger there as stranger, not as convert necessarily?
Not yet. Later in the Torah, yeah. But for now, he's dafka talking about a ger. However, later, absolutely. En lo imi ledabek ulekarev atzmo ulesaper lo kol me'orotav v'chol libo. He has no one pour it out to tell someone else everything that happened to him and everything that happened to him to his heart, but what it meant to grow up in a certain religion, to leave that certain religion, then to choose to come into another religion, and even there, still feel like an outsider. There's nothing he can do about it. Now, this is a very touchy subject. It's very interesting. The world that I grew up in, Gerim were considered very holy people, but I hear from a lot of Gerim that they always feel like an outsider, no matter what, especially when it comes to shidduchim and stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? I thought it was always like Ger, Kodesh Kadashim.
Same exact thing. Yeah.
That what?
In Houston, where I was from, the last 3 rows were all Mexican converts to Judaism. I always thought they were so holy, but when I spoke to them, they said it's
right.
Efrat.
That's very weird. But
they're holy until somebody actually, they're going to join somebody's family.
Right. Exactly.
And then the magnifying glass gets.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's such a sad. I remember I was once talking to a big Rebbitzin. I was telling her, I was just offered a shidduch. This girl, her father's Yid, and both the parents are Yidden, but the mother is a certain Gioret of Asian descent. No, you don't. What? No. I don't understand. What's the? And it's like we don't talk about it so much, but it's about I don't understand this. Like really, to me, I mean, as a Kohen, she was born a Yid. Her mother was converted, so it's fine. But as a Kohen, okay, I have different inyanim with Gerim and this and that, but I don't know. To me, a ger is someone that would choose to go to that extent, especially after learning the Mea Shilach and Parshas Yitro, when he explains why the name of the Parsha, B'Seis HaDibros, is named after Yitro. He says, because if you're not willing to become a ger on a certain level, you'll never understand what it means to Makabel the Torah. You'll never get it. You have to go to the extent of what a ger was willing to do in order to become a Yid, in order, if you want to receive the Torah. And that's why Parshas Yitro is named after the ger of all gerim, or however we understand Yitro, okay?
But I guess Syrian Jews, they reject all ger. So if the great rabbis can say gerim already been allowed, it makes it seem like it's take it or leave it.
There's something fishy, yeah. There's something weird. We haven't really figured out how to deal with it. Yeah.
I can think of, it's not a ger in the strict sense of the word, but a girl who's not practicing, Russian non-practicing, and then was going out with
a Yid,
yeah. Came into the community and everything, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Like her conception of modesty, trying to.
Right. So that's not what we're talking about. I know, that I understand. But that's not what we're talking about. Someone that Dafka is in the parsha that still feels like he's put out there. Okay. She'en lo chave. Okay. He has no one to talk to. He has no one to tell what happens to him and to share his heart. 4th line. She'en lo chaver. He doesn't have a real friend. Lo Yisrael velo goyim. He doesn't feel like he really has a bond with any Yidden. And now that he's left the camp of non-Jews, he feels like very much Not even with them. By the way, Noach, your mom's speech, off the charts. Off the charts. Mamish.
Just thinking anybody who's critical of Gera just has to listen to
Yeah?
her speech.
Off the charts.
Is it recorded?
Probably, right? It's recorded.
Yeah.
It's off. It was off the charts. There was nothing like it. Ach, shero'eh chavero hager. But then the ger sees another ger. Right? Azai mesaper kol echad bifnei chavero kol me'orotav. He's like, oh, thank God. Let's now pour out each other's hearts out to each other, right? Now he finds another one that's like him. Then he'll start saying, yeah. Then he finds someone and says, I can do it with you. Let's share it together. Veyadua. Now look what the Heilige Sedlakov says here. This is unbelievable what the Degamach and Efraim is saying. Veyadua HaKadosh Baruch Hu kmo ger ba'olam hazeh. God is like a ger in this world. Now here we could plug in the concept of stranger. ידוע הקדוש ברוך הוא כמו גר בעולם הזה שאין לו על מי להשרות שכינת כבודו יתברך. He has no one to really be mashra, to pour out, to have his shechina wrap around anyone in this world. Why? Ki zeirin inun. Anyone know what zair means in Aramaic? Zairin.
Small.
Zair, yeah, zair anpin. We are, because we're little people. Like for God to really find another fully God person here, it's impossible, right? Zairin inun. And even some of us who really have connected a little bit more in comparison to that, Zairin inun, right? So he's saying over here, Kivyachal, Hashem Yitbarach is like a ger in this world. Now look at the footnote, look at Bet. Go down to the bottom. Ayin Shar Psukim Tehillim Dibur Amaskal Ger Anochi. So he says, Ayin Le'el Parshas Vayeshev, והשם יתברך הוא כביכול הוא גם כן גר בעולם הזה, שאין להשיג בזה העולם כל זמן שמלובש בחומריות עצם אלוקותו יתברך. And Hashem יתברך, until a person strips himself away from real chomriyut, from materialism on a real way, he's keeping God in the status of a ger. Who talks like this? So I'm looking at these Torah saying, what are these guys smoking? This is nuts. You start telling God is a ger? Yeah. You make God a ger until you choose to strip yourself away from chomriyus. You're keeping God in ger status.
What does that mean, strip yourself away from
Chomriyut. The hitlapshut. Right,
You
meaning...
put yourself on a hilltop with absolutely nothing.
So you have no idea what he's talking about right now. Right, he's like, what's chomriyut? What's this mean to strip yourself away?
What is this guy talking about?
What are you talking about?
What is that?
What is this? This world? What's this world?
That's where it's coming from.
I know.
No, but to answer his question, seriously, I think it means a level of priorities. We were just talking to Alon from LA. And the guy says, like, the people there, they're so mushka into materialism, into the money, into the career, into the house, into the exterior looks, into the new cars. They're just totally material.
I'm saying, is he advocating fasting? Is he advocating...
He's advocating priorities that it should be spiritual pursuits, not material
He's not
pursuits.
advocating, he's not saying anything right now. He's not saying anything right now. Not yet. V'hu she'itpalel David HaMelech, back in the text on top. V'hu she'itpalel, he's going to take a twist with what we said right now. This is what David HaMelech was talking about when he said, Ger anochi ba'aretz. Hainu, ani gam ken eini rotze liot toshav ba'olam hazeh. I don't want to be a resident in this world. This is not the place I want to call home. V'ani rak keger ba'olam hazeh. David HaMelech is saying, I just want to be like a ger in this world. And here, Jeremy, I would say that the concept of stranger is much better than talking about status of... He's just saying that a ger always feels... He's always in this, like, he carries around, like, stranger, a stranger label, wherever he goes, whether he likes it or not. David HaMelech is saying, in this world, I want to be a ger. This is not where I want to be a toshav. This is not...
He can't connect with anybody?
He can't connect with anyone that feels like this is olam, that this olam hazeh is home. Ulechach, and therefore the continuation of the pasuk in Tehillim is Al tastem imeni mitzvesecha. And therefore, since this world is not where I want to call home, but Olam HaEmes is where I want to call home, so I'm asking you, Hashem, don't hide from me your mitzvahs. Meaning, don't hide from me what you really want from me in this world.
Don't hide from me the way to connect with somebody.
Don't hide that from me, because my way of connection it's a real thing what I want to do. I want to be connected to what's real. Kmo ger echad bifnei chavero shemesaper lo kol libo. He's saying, this is so beautiful. He's saying, when David HaMelech is saying, I want to be like a ger in this world, what is he really saying to Hashem? Only you can understand what I'm talking about, because you're like a ger in this world. It's gewalt, no? This is what our pasuk says, Ki gerim v'toshavim. So which one is it? Ger or toshav? What am I with you, Hashem? Shetiyu b'vchinas ger ba'olam hazeh. When you make yourself into a ger in this world, that this world, the status of permanence and chomrius is a strange concept to you, that it's something that you really cannot relate to and choose not to relate to, then what? You become a toshav in olam haba. You're a toshav, you're a resident in the real world. That's where you want to have your residency. That's where you want your real estate. That's where you want your real estate to mamish be on top. As what? Atem imadi. Then God is saying, then you're mamish with me, because that's where I am too. Ki ani gam ken ger ba'olam hazeh, God is saying, because I'm also a ger in this world. Umimela al astil mikem mitzvotai kanei alahem. And therefore, when we're in that place, then I won't hide from you my mitzvahs, the access to do my mitzvahs, and the access to understand and internalize my kavanah in the mitzvahs. Like many people say, I want to be so connected to Hashem, but they don't really realize that there's a prerequisite to really be connected to Hashem. What's that inyan? The inyan of choosing gerus. Gerus, like we're understanding it over here. Without that, you can do the mitzvahs, but you won't understand. You won't be close to them. They won't really mean that much to you. But to take this is like we're having this shir on with some of the chevra like that are just trying to dabble into Chassidus, to learn the beginning of it. Like this is one of the pieces we'll learn with them like in about 2 years, because you can't throw this piece onto someone that's trying to understand Chassidus and say this is what it is. This is like now you'll understand it. But we've been learning so many different pieces of Chassidus for so many years already. What is this piece telling us about the loner? About the loner, the person that doesn't feel that he doesn't feel shayach here.
That's the highest.
He's saying, you feel like you're alone? Now you're really not alone. If you feel really comfortable here and really good here, it's nice, you might get some nice things done, but that's not where things are happening. And the more people that I know today that are on a real spiritual path, the lonelier they feel. They don't feel like more comfortable. It's almost like they feel less and less being able to connect and to connect to things of this world.
Understood.
Excuse me?
Less understood.
By whom?
By those around you.
What about by themselves? And by themselves, can they understand themselves?
More than before they were on a spiritual path.
Right. All joking aside, can you understand yourself in a much closer way since this inyan of much more, right?
Yeah. No question.
Yeah.
We're not monks. We're not supposed to be no offense. You're not, because you're here, you're speaking, we're
Right.
interacting.
Right.
Coach Baruch doesn't want us to be alone on a hilltop. He wants us to, I'm saying alone on a basketball court.
Forget the word
Alone
hilltop.
in a room.
Moshe Rabbeinu had his 40 days on the hilltop. But there's maybe two
I was using
books
that
where it's good.
metaphorically.
For a tkufa, nachon.
Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want us to. Kadosh Baruch Hu is saying you can feel like a ger, but you can still be connected to your family, connected to a chabura. But the odds are against you, probably. I think.
In this world,
Yeah.
Yeah, until we make the whole world into a until like we bring this energy to the whole world. Like you can still be connected to your family and to friends that maybe aren't holding in this world, right? In this kind of Thailand. But how do you do that? How can you still be connected to that and feel like alone?
That's not who I am. I'm still a stranger to this. Like I can find the good things in other people. I can constantly be looking for the higher connection in other people. But that's not who I am. I'm fundamentally different than that, and I'm a stranger to it. I can try to meet you on whatever level we have in common, but that's not bringing me down. I'm still.
Yeah. Now it doesn't mean it in a haughty way, chas v'shalom. That's not what I heard from you. What you're saying either, right? It's not guidance.
It's just you're separate. It's not something you would want even.
Right.
It's just
right. It's not so. I've met with so many special, especially when I was in California, so many very, very special people that because it's galus and they are connecting to Hashem, that it feels so. In LA, it's just crazy. Like even when I think about it right now, to have this concept of ger, that geri mani, to feel like such a ger in Los Angeles is such a real, painful, excruciating experience. Because you're in LA feeling all these things and it's so strange from everything that's around you. Here you feel strange, but you know that there's pockets of gerim wherever you go. When I say gerim, I mean pockets of loners. Not loners like the way we usually refer to loners, but pockets of people, every yeshuv, Like Baruch Hashem, we have something amazing here, but there's very holy people living in Neve Daniel. There's very holy loners that live in Alon Shvut. There's pockets of this everywhere. So at least okay, I'll go to a Mayan in the middle of the night and I'll find another person that's crying over feeling alone in this world. So I remember, but in LA, in Los Angeles, I remember meeting a few individuals that tapped into this concept of feeling like a ger, and they wanted it to be taken away from them because there was nothing they could do with it. Here in Eretz Yisrael, when you have this feeling of gerus, so you have two things. One, you realize Hashem really is like a ger. That's who you could share this feeling of aloneness in this world. It's like you come out and pour your heart to Hashem and you say, Hashem, what I'm feeling, I feel like no one understands me. And I feel like you're the only one that gets it. And Hashem you hear back in these Bodhus, and Hashem is saying, I feel exactly the same way. I feel like no one really gets it. You hear that in your Bodhus. So Hashem is saying to you. And then he's saying that to the other person, to the next person, till there's like this network. I've been thinking about that term you said the other day on the radio show. What did you say? Network of conscious Yidden?
Conscious Judaism.
Conscious Judaism. There's like this subconscious network of conscious Yidden, that there's pockets of it everywhere. But the point over here is that he's saying, David HaMelech was saying, listen, I'm choosing to be a ger in this world. It's not that I'm choosing it. I don't know how to live any other way. And therefore, since that's the place that you and I share, Hashem Yisbarach, please reveal to me what your mitzvahs are all about. Let me not keep them like a ger. That is what I want Toshavutim. That's what I want. That's where my residency, my choice of residency is to be. Because connecting yourself to the mitzvah is Toshav in Olam Haba. The mitzvahs are not about this world, we know. They're just the conduit, they're the means to get to the place of claiming residency in Olam HaEmet.
I'll tell you what I felt when I was reading this, the convert that was mamish worshiping idols, bowing down to God knows what, and then somehow pulls himself out of it, and then is now like a firm Yid talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's a journey that people just can't relate to unless they find another convert that did it as well. Then they can have a sichat chaverim, because it's like, how could someone understand what it was like to mamish be an idolater? And I feel like there's something about humanity that wants us to all be like the Joneses. We all got to be the same. We don't want to stick out. But here it's Dafka, no. The more miraculous and tragic and up and down your spiritual journey is, the more alone that you feel in that, that's actually like a good place to be. And then Bezrat Hashem, you'll find other gerim to talk with. But it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to strive for. That you should feel like your spiritual journey, no one can understand it. And that's like Dafka, that's a siman tov.
I'm getting from this that he's saying here, the best siman that you could have is when you realize that you have Hashem as your best friend. Because that place of aloneness is the place to meet and identify with Hashem to the greatest extent.
So does that mean that you can be a Tosha Olam Haba in Olam Hazeh?
Absolutely. Yes.
That's the gearing.
That's the get. Yes. That's exactly what it is.
What do you say?
Say it again, but say it in English this time.
That you can be a resident of the next world while you're in this world. They're not mutually exclusive.
The tzaddikim, right? You see them that they're not, like, but it's tzaddik, he's not here. Doesn't mean he's not here. It means that he's so here, right? He's so here in such a real way. He's so one with his shlichus of this world, but you could see that you're not drinking the same coffee. You're not. You're not. Two people can go to a wedding. One person has experienced a yichud of two neshamas that were lost coming together. The other person is experiencing beautiful flowers. It's possible. But the toshavut of Olam Haba in this world, absolutely. Absolutely. So the Ma'isa, what does this mean for our day, for our Avodas Hashem today?
I feel like to be grateful to feel that alone feeling instead of running away from it. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking there's something wrong with it, think that, wow, this is exciting. I have an opportunity to tap into something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no. I'll tell you, our chevra here in Shabbos, I look around, I see kimat like, it's a chevra being mamish, being built upon holy loners. Like, kimat everyone, there's some that still, it's the same sarcastic jokes and everything, but there is a sense of when a bunch of lonely, desperate loners come together and they're making Hashem their best friend and a minion. We should say Ashreinu and dance over that every day. So I'm really with you, Jerry. The gratitude that we could plug in today, instead of just getting annoying text message reminders from me saying gratitude, would be that when you do say gratitude, say, man, at that moment, check in with your loneliness. Breathe that in. Breathe in that moment of loneliness and realize for 1 second, this is an incredible opportunity that you have. Incredible. To connect to Hashem there in that place is a very real connection. Now, Lamaisa, though, it doesn't stop there with just gratitude, because what's the next second after the gratitude, based on this piece? Finish the pasuk that David HaMelech says. Al taster mimeni mitzvotecha. If that's the case, meaning if that's the case, that I could have gratitude over becoming a best friend with you in this place, that we're both gerim, then I have a request. In the beginning, gratitude is no request. It's acknowledgement. But then you plug in a request. If that's the case, I'm probably going to keep Shabbos this Shabbos. Probably going to daven Mariv tonight. I'll probably put on tefillin again tomorrow morning. I'll probably put on tzitzis. I'll probably do a lot of things that are very much mitzvahs in this world. Don't hide from me the deeper meaning of them. Now you can tell me, because you see we're on the same team. Right? Now, that's a beautiful way. That's such a beautiful thing to do. And to choose for our days to be like that, what a beautiful thing.
So it's like when you go back to your Avodah Zarah.
Very good.
It should be zar. It should be strange for you. Like on the outside should be strange, but
exactly. This world, any avodah of money should be avodah zara to me. That should be things that are strange to me. But avodah Hashem should stop being avodah zara to me. What Rabbi means is that avodah zara means avodah shehi zara lecha. Avodah that feels strange to you, that you feel far from it. Very good. Avodah krova, to be avodah krova. All right, shukran, guys. Oh, it stopped.
What?
And that phone call came.
No.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Next time we
Is
have
that
to
what
do this.
happened?
Sometimes.
What do you have to do? Take off